Hi everyone, it's Carolyn Moore from the Modern Widows Club. Hello out there and hello spring. We had some really great topics the last few months, but now we're in May, and May is a whole new topic called A Healthier and Whole You. It's going to be focused on honoring this body vehicle, this thing that holds our spirits and ourselves. It's about really movement and exercise and nutrition and maybe hormone balance. A lot of women who are in widowhood actually are going through adrenal fatigue, which it drastically impacts hormones. It's a good time of the year to really start talking about that, either with your functional doctor or your gynecologist. It's pretty vital. I've learned a lot about this in our community, not only from several Dr. Maxino and here in Orlando, who speaks at our widow empowerment events, but just how widowhood throws us off balance. And a big part of what we're doing is trying to come back into balance. And so I found this saying that is like so perfect, and it's we create external changes to cultivate internal changes. And in widowhood, the internal changes that we're really looking for are those in our mind. We oftentimes are the barrier to our own future joy or our own future health and well-being. And so sometimes it just takes, I prefer, walking with a friend. I prefer cycling with a friend. I prefer working out at the gym. I don't always have that. I used to do that, with my partner and my spouse, and I don't have that anymore. And so creating that environment where you're going to want to engage in that is actually very important. Adrenal fatigue and grief and widowhood can cause your depression level and your body chemistry to be so far removed from who you actually are, because who you actually are is still that extraordinary woman that is loved, was always loved by your spouse, but now we have to start doing it for ourselves. Last month we were talking about the sacred nesting and how we looked at our spaces and how they impacted us, and then in February we were looking at March, we were looking at planting seeds to believe in who we are. And now is about taking the action. It's really about mothering ourselves. There's no question that, this month, for those of you who have a mother or are a mother, that mothering takes a lot of thought and energy. And this month, I want you to sort of inwardly focus that on yourself. Why are you doing things like seeking a healthier and whole you? It really comes down to self-love. How much do you really love yourself, right? Do you love yourself like your spouse did? That's always the challenge. I'm like, what would he want me to do? Well, of course, we all know that they would want the best for us now. I think what I have encountered in Modern Widows Club is this amazing resource of other people who inspire me. Whenever I was not feeling motivated to eat well, to cook meals, I don't like going to the grocery store. And so now I do those, order it and you pick it up services. I haven't gone so far as having things delivered, but it could happen in the future. But that alleviated me having to constantly go to the grocery store and be overwhelmed. And so now actually we have a grocery store here called Sprouts, and I just love them because I was first introduced to them in Colorado, and I love how simple their grocery store is. And so we have one here, and now I go pick up the things I need to at other stores, but then I'll only go to that one grocery store because I enjoy it. So what I did is I adapted. I looked at the issues I was having and said, how would I do that differently? And so now I'm eating better. Just had my hormones, done, looked at. And, it's a constant, we need to revisit this, how are we feeling? Could we make changes to be able to feel just more energy and more connected to life? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So finding that balance is finding your motivation, it's self-love, it's seeking out that balance and getting outside of the isolation that sometimes we create for ourselves and connecting with the world, with the opportunities. We all, have, I think widows struggle with trust, trusting new things. But what happens is when you do start trusting in the possibility of new things, new opportunities come into your life. And that's what I hope for you this month. So I'm just loving this wind. Oh my gosh, my wind chimes are kind of going crazy, so I hope you could still hear me. But anyway, I am so happy to be back. As you can see, I have a lot more energy than the last couple of months, and I've missed you guys. Thank you to all the leaders and our board and all of our donors and all of you who are a part of Modern Widows Club that make it as special as it is. Don't forget that we have a lot of free videos over on our YouTube channel, and also encourage your friends to become members, because the forums are starting to get a lot of conversations in there, and I think those are extremely valuable. It's beautiful. Now, we have a special, I want to just say special Mother's Day to everyone who is an amazing mom. I know what it's like to raise kids on your own. I did that for almost 2 decades, and so I bow down to you. And June 23rd, you need to mark it on your calendar, because it's International Widows Day, and all over the world, including within MWC, we're going to be sharing stories. If you have a story to share and how MWC has impacted your life, you might want to just create a little video and send it to us at info@modernwidowsclub.com. We'll have you sign a little media waiver that we can share it, but we would love, love, love to have you share what this community has done for you, because that's what we're here for. We're here to be there for each other. And so I know women who have waited like a year and a half before they plugged into MWC, and then they went, why did I wait so long? And I do not have the answer to that. But I do know that hearing from another widow is a powerful testimony. So please, share that with us. We'll be sharing those all of June next month, but we're going to collect them this month. So I hope you'll think about doing that, because it really does make a difference. Love you guys. Have a great May. I'll see you online.